welcome to the demo where I'll demonstrate the LLM agent making multiple calls to the various tools external to the LLM. This is my Chrome plugin, which is the Clinical Decision Support System, and currently I'm in the portal, which is my electronic health record system called Wise Doctor, where essentially a doctor is looking at the case sheet of a patient with all the various details. Okay, so just a quick information about the tool itself. So there is settings here where I have saved the Gemini API key and the SERP API key for the search results across the internet. And then the dashboard will have the run CDSS report, which is basically the clinical decision support system. Okay, and there's also a floating button here which I'll enhance later, but currently this button is same as the run CDSS report. Basically, in one action it will actually first capture all the clinical data here, and then based on that find the relevant topic and search the internet, collect all the results, and then amalgamate the information relevant to this context and try to provide the decision support report, which we can view it as a HTML, and I'll also be able to show the payloads which the agent is calling and the results we received. Okay, I'll run the report now. So it is working here. So I'll also show that we're making the calls here. I've added annotations like tool, so that it's fetching the results by calling that SERP API and then getting the results. So now it is processing all the results. So you see the working here. So we'll give it a few more seconds. And it is done. Okay, so as you can see, there is a summary also here. There is a planning, starting CDSS chain, and the logic, derived search query, and then this is the lookup based on the search query. Went into the SERP API, got the results, and then received the masked case data, and then process the information, right? So, and the same thing was also recorded in the logs here. Okay, fetch, finished, and post. So if we now download the view report as a proper HTML, so this is the actual clinical decision support system report. So this is the actual functional output. So it does this executive summary. So it says a 25-year-old male presents, the case, etc. And of course, this is a test environment of the product I have. So I was giving, mostly test data only, but still included some clinical data. So you can see here it is said, critically, the provided resources do not offer specific guidance or evidence for the assessment investigation because it's very light. The information is not, there is not enough information. So there is no hallucination here. If it is, the information is not there, it is clearly saying the information is not there. And then the report itself is nicely structured across the executive summary, then the plan, because now the data is not there. It says clearly not enough case context to propose a plan. Consider capturing more case sheet detail or retry later. Okay, but the summary itself is there is a high level of confidence because it can at least tell that whatever information is there is good for something, but the actual plan cannot be given. Okay, and if we scroll down further, and this is important, so what is the evidence it has captured, what is the key point, and the source it has captured, and then we have also given the weightage, what is the relevance of this information for this context. So I've given all that tooltip also, and the actual sources listed, and also given a glossary, and this is the raw text which was obtained and based on which the report was generated. So this is a raw report. And if we go back to the tool again, this is the view payloads, right? So this is the case summary initial, and this is the SERP API request, and these are all the organic results we got. And then this is the actual calls made, right? So the Gemini attempt and one request, we got the response back. And so there is a Gemini API call and SERP API call, so that's two calls. And then within the browser tools, there is extract finish, extract start, mutation, fetch, storage dot get, because this is what the data is being stored in the persisted in the user's machine. As you can see, for example, here, um, this data, you can download it, download report as JSON, or temporarily it is being persisted here, right? So you need to save it to be able to see it across sessions. So even if I'm going away and then coming back, the data is not lost. If you don't persist, you'll lose that data, including the log data, right? So that is why if we go back to the payloads again, so there's all this storage is also used. So these are all deemed as external tools. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and two calls at the top, 7 in this, in fact, yeah, so in this case 7, but in some cases I've actually got 9 calls also in total. Okay, but that's the basic demo of my tool, along with the um, uh, along with the console logs, as you can see here again. Okay, the search, then saving it to the storage, the local storage. This is the full raw data and everything. Okay, thank you very much. I planning to enhance this further to make this a two-step report, where I will be able to use this button here to capture data across more pages. So for example, view RX is actually going to give you the actual prescription, so the medicines data also it can analyze. So for example, even now if we try to run it, this time it will now capture this medicines data, and then it will see, if you can see, it's now already captured the skin cream luliconazole, right? So now, and then it's going to generate the report. So now if we view the report as HTML, again, there's not much of this additional information, but you can see it has now gone and found the sources for those two medicines. Okay, and it is giving the report accordingly. So you can see the report is dynamic in that sense. Okay, look forward to more enhancements of my tool. Thank you.